Man, I'm super excited today. Some more new technology for me. Dakota, thanks for coming down. Dakota's got a giant drone here. And we're going to apply some microbes today. I'll go into the weeds a little bit later, but we're going to grow such a great crop here. We don't have weeds, right? We're going to outcompete everything.
That's the game plan. And with this technology, as far as your propulsion system with your drone, pushing it right down in the crop canopy, we get some good results.
Here we are in November. We've had a wicked drought, so we had to plant really late. The crop's looking fantastic, but I want as many tons per acre as I can get. So we're gonna add some microbes from SoilPro Outdoors. This is gonna be awesome. And I'm big on really reducing soil compaction. So we've used a tractor forever. We're not applying a herbicide today. That's what most people think when they see a sprayer, right?
Yeah.
With the propulsion system, we talked about these big old fans going out here. We just call them fans for right now, pushing down in there.
Yep.
And we're gonna get plant and soil contact with what we're applying.
That's correct.
Yeah. And we'll be able to map it all. And I'm gonna have Dakota leave a check strip or an area right down the middle of the plot here where he doesn't apply. So we'll be able to come back and say, boy, that's really working, or we're not seeing much difference, in addition to taking forage tests and sending it into the lab. So
we'll know how good we did.
Yeah. Dakota, we talked about no soil compaction, but there's a lot more to this, right?
Yeah.
I can get this done so much quicker and everything. So if you don't mind, just share with me and everyone out there, you know, kind of how many acres per hour roughly. We're gonna do about 30 acres a day in different places. We got to go around the ranch and stuff, but tell me a little bit more about what we can do.
Yeah, so today we're gonna use DJI's largest drone. It's called the T50. Models continue to get better and better and better, and the radar is unreal on this, and the software is as well. So we'll actually be able to fly these fields, create a plot map for you, do the test strips, do the flying, and you'll be able to see precisely exactly where we've sprayed at. So we can get down to the nitty gritty on what's been done, how it was done. As far as what our rate's gonna be today, we're gonna go at 2.5 gallons of total spray volume, which usually freaks people out, right? We're used to ground rigs and lots of water.
Yeah.
What this is doing is using air as the carrier versus water. So we'll save a little bit of water as well. The no compaction's a big deal. You can get in any ground anytime you really want to, right? Doesn't matter how soupy it is, how wet it is. The other cool part about this is you don't really have to have a path in to the location.
Right.
So we can fly up and over, which is a benefit.
Which we'll have to do today a place or two, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So with this rig, like I said, what we've got, we'll spray it at a little bit more coarse of a droplet size. We can change it on the fly if we want to go finer, if we want to go coarse, it's as quick as a button. So I think we're gonna get some really great results. This drone takeoff weight weighs somewhere a little over 200 pounds.
Holy.
So its payload is about 11 gallons. So working through an hour-ish in normal ground, you're gonna see somewhere around 30 acres an hour.
30 acres an hour, man. And when I'm driving a tractor, there's always skips out there, right? So
And you got a sore butt at the end of the day.
So this is gonna be perfect. Yeah, this is awesome. Man, we're here at the Proving Grounds today at our biggest food plot. It's called Tombstone. It's the biggest flat area on the property with Chris Masters. Chris is with SoilPro Outdoors, and Chris got a drone behind us. We were wicked dry, so we didn't get to plant till right at November, and it's looking pretty good and green. I actually harvested a doe right over here this weekend, and a nice buck right over there. Tell us what we're doing at the drone today.
So today with this application, Grant, we're gonna try to give it the last fuel or energy to get us into the winter months, and hopefully that'll set us up for next spring.
Yeah, so you see green and it's looking good. No fertilizer. No fertilizer applied here, Chris, just your product and our technique of letting stuff go on. For years, and you know, Daniel's right behind the camera and Wyatt's standing here, we've had all, and you will laugh when I say this, we've had all kind of companies come with some magic go-go juice in a jug, right? And at first, man, I was younger, oh man, yeah. You've noticed we've never been sponsored by one of those companies. And then the next one, we do it side by side like I made you go through. I was kind of rough. Chris probably thinks I'm not a nice person because he called me up, hey, I want you to try this. Like, no, man, I've been there before. You remember those conversations?
Oh, yeah.
And then I said, I actually did this, folks. Look, we're busy. You want to show it to us, you drive over here and put it out. I'll show you the gate, I'll let you in. I'll call you back if it works. If it doesn't work, you're not hearing from me. You remember those conversations?
I remember.
And so this has been going on I guess almost
a year.
Yeah, almost
October of last year.
Yeah, a year. And Daniel and Tim and the guys and I, we had these little plots you applied half and half you didn't apply. Because I didn't want to waste time in a big plot. And we'd drive by and go, man, is that just me? Am I seeing something? And Tim would come in, man, you ought to go see the left side of that plot. And so we've been doing this, folks. I'm very cautious who I get involved with, and I'm very excited about this partnership. Tell us a little bit more, you know, deer hunters like me, we need as many tons per acre because we're not ag crops. And our combines, they're not waiting for the end of the year. They start hitting it when it's this big, you know, a doe, a buck, that's our combine. They're hitting it from this big till the end of the growing season. So how can we maximize that growth? In your years of research and now a company, what do you got going on?
You know, the biggest thing is letting the plant do the dictating of the growth, and then we just supplement that due to the energy and the soil biology that's there. So as the plant's growing and the deer is consuming it, we want to keep up with that growth throughout the season, and that's what we're trying to do. You know, right now it's football season. You know, every football player has a role and a function. And what we try to do is bring an application to the soil. If we're going to focus on certain nutrients, we're putting those right players in play so that way we can get the best nutrient uptake to the plant.
Chris, we're not just talking, you know, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium.
Right.
Everyone goes to Stuff Mart and gets a couple bags of 10, 10, 10. This is a little bit more advanced. We're talking microbes and other stuff here. We're not really even talking NP and K that much. We're talking actually another level. Take me through that. You know, at a level I can understand.
So we know that you, me, plants, we need more than just a hamburger.
Right.
Plants need more than just steak. They need a whole host of nutrients. So what we have devised is a system that's going to get the plant all 16 essential nutrients. Grant has the ability with his soil. The viewers have the ability with their soil. What we need to do is make sure we have the right composition of these families and these microbes to release all 16 essential nutrients. So that way then the plant can begin to dictate, today I need calcium, today I need zinc, today I need nitrogen. And as long as we can keep the families and the herds of these microbes in place and active, the plant will just continue to thrive.
Yeah, Chris, and I've shared with our viewers, and I got this from some of the guys really into soil health, but the underground herd, all those microbes, is actually way bigger than above ground.
Sure.
In fact, I've read this research that on a typical acre of healthy soil, all the microbes, you know, earthworms, all that stuff in the soil would weigh more than an elephant.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing, right? Yep. But we deer hunters tend to ignore that. We just want to see green on top. But by developing healthy plants that can survive droughts better, right? And survive browse pressure better, be ready to grow more, attract more deer, well, that's something we all want in our food plots. And the microbes actually can take nutrients into the plant. And there's an economy there. Keith Burns talks about this a lot. They need carbon. The plant's photosynthesizing. That microbe in the soil's not getting any sun. It's got to have carbon so it can go in the plant and say, hey, I'll give you whatever you need if you give me carbon. Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's the great exchange from soil fertility to the plant is all regulated by microbial activity. How healthy our plants are lets us know that internally in the soil, we've had a good exchange and regulators of microbes. And at the end of the day, palatability.
Yes.
The deer know that. The wildlife, they know that difference. And we can cosmetically look and say, okay, this looks green, but deer are still going to say it still doesn't taste well.
And I think everyone can relate to that because we've all seen, you know, a deer walk out, let's just say a soybean field, and it all looks good and green to us, right? Yeah. And eat one leaf here, and go to this plant and eat one leaf, and go here and eat one leaf. They're very selective. Ooh, that drone's got some prop force to it, doesn't it? And so they're called in the scientific community concentrate selectors. They eat the best and leave the rest. Yep. And we're wanting to make every plant the best, and we can do that through the microbes. And that's where your years of research comes to play. We want to make sure the house that we're growing, brassicas, cereal rye, soybeans, we want to pack the house with as many nutrients, and microbes have the ability to work naturally with the soil and with the plant. And that's what we've done through our research. Let's pinpoint which one's going to maximize the house, and let's make sure that our users get that
And it changes from spring to summer to fall. And that's why we're looking at the whole system. What do we need to put on in the spring? How do we need to tie that to the summer? And then how do we get into the fall? And then like right now with this application, we're going to try to set the bar high coming into the spring. So that way we have a greater launch pad going into the spring.
And make it more palatable right now, because we
Right
still
now.
got some hunting season to go.
Yeah.
So we're probably, if we get some sunshine in a day or two, these plants are taking up and stuff's happening. And I think this is important. You know, a lot of NP and K you buy, a lot of that's based out of petroleum products, right?
Right.
This is natural.
All natural.
We could put this on your garden. Is that a true statement?
You could take a shot if you wanted to. I wouldn't, you could, but yes, it's all natural.
I'm not drinking it, but I don't mind eating the venison coming off here.
No, you definitely, your garden, your flowers, again, being all natural, it's not hazardous, not harmful.
I mean, I joke with some of the people, landowners we help in Iowa, why are you buying all those inputs? Just go to any creek, pump it in there, because it's all ran off in there, right? You can get all the herbicide, fertilizer, everything out of the creek. I mean, I'm jokingly saying that, but there's a lot of truth to that, right?
There is. I mean, there's tons of nutrients in our air, atmospheric air. Again, running through our creek and water life. We just got to be able to extract those, right? And that's the good thing that we've done over the last 10, 12 years is extract the right beneficial nutrients that competes and combats the negative, the negative microbes.
Right.
So then that way our soils continue to have this regenerative aspect of healthy, healthy, healthy.
Growing Deer is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Also by Green Cover Food Plots, Winchester, PH Outdoors, Moultrie Mobile, Steel, Fleet Outdoor Apparel, Morel Targets, Fourth Arrow, SoilPro Outdoors, Scorpion Venom Archery, Case IH Tractors, Burris Optics, G5 Broadheads, Prime Bows, and Redneck Hunting Blinds.
So Chris, as you just mentioned, for our fall crop here, we planted really late. We applied something, we said. Tell us exactly what products we've applied, their purpose, kind of what's going on there.
So we've applied, up to this point, we've applied a product called Enhance, a product called Energy. Enhance is what would be a smorgasbord of many different beneficial microorganisms. That's helping us set the stage for all of these nutrients that are pretty much laying dormant in the soil right now. But it's packing the soil with all of these beneficial microbes that are going to help duplicate themselves. And by the time we get into the spring, then it's going to be at a much charged state.
Yep.
The energy product is one, kind of speaks for itself. You and I are going to do activities today. We're going to need fuel. We're going to need energy.
Yeah.
Same thing happens with the soil microbes, as well as the existing plants that you're, trying to grow, and that blend of seed that you're growing. We need energy, and as the sun begins to reduce its,
Amount of energy it's putting out.
Right. So we need to be able to supplement that. And then today, with the drone continuing, we're going to try to use the product's fuel. The product fuel is high in potassium, as well as some other biostimulants and microorganisms that's really allowing us to raise those starches and get the carbohydrates up, so that way this hard winter that comes, we can still potentially maybe retain some of the greenness aspect of it, as well as the palatability. It's tasting much different to our deer, to our herd. And we again continued with the energy product as well, because we just want to make sure that we're maintaining the families and the communities within the soil profile, and we have enough goods to be able to do that. And I think you all as well, on the hidey holes, you were able to get into those places and spray these combinations with backpack sprayers.
Yeah, so Daniel and I are huge fans of hidey holes, bow range, we cut little bottlenecks, little pinch points, hidey hole food plots, little 1/8 acre list. So we just went with backpack sprayers, pumping and walking, and sprayed it. Again, it's all natural. Right? You get some on you, or the wind blows in your face, it's not a big deal.
Yep.
Not like you're using a herbicide or something. So we've done it in our hidey hose, and I've been blessed to tag some bucks, but I've got some antlerless tags left, and we're already seeing on our Moultrie mobiles deer coming in there, and there's still acorns on the ground, so super excited about that. But getting more growth out of those hidey hoses, because they can get wiped out real quick.
Sure.
And you go, oh man, my hunting sites have been ate to the ground. Getting more pounds per acre, tons per acre, if you will, these aren't an acre, is a huge thing. So super excited again about all this. And in case I didn't mention earlier, microbes is kind of a fancy term for bacteria. There's good bacteria and bad bacteria. We're all covered with bacteria all over. And you may see something that says, boy, it's going to kill 99% of bacteria. If you kill all the bacteria in your skin, you die, folks. Literally, there's beneficial bacteria.
Sure.
And we're adding beneficial bacteria to the plants and the soil. I think that's important. It's not just the plants
Right.
and the soil. You don't have to have a drone. Dakota's helping us with the drone today to get it done quick. But we've applied a bunch with our backpack sprayer. You can put it in your tractor sprayer.
Tractor sprayer, ATV sprayer.
Yeah.
Very simple to use.
Fits in perfectly what we've been doing for years. We start off calling it, the Buffalo system, and then the release process, we're releasing creation's potential. And this just fits in perfectly. It's just excellent. We would get there, and you know this, Chris, but this gets us there so much quicker. And patience isn't my greatest virtue, so get in there quicker. Growing better deer, healthier deer, better plants is something I'm all about, and I'm really looking forward to this partnership.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
And I want you to come back and keep sharing this information with our viewers as you
Glad
teach
to.
me more, so we can let everyone know. There's no secrets here, folks. We're gonna let you know exactly. And we got utilization cages out. We've already been sending clippings into the lab.
Yeah.
Phenomenal
back well.
result. Yeah, I mean, amazing. So we're gonna have Chris's website in the link. I'm sure you got some questions, and we're gonna keep you posted as we did with you, very honestly, working, not working, whatever, stay tuned. This is gonna be a multi-year project, and I'm super excited about it. Daniel and I have been saying for years, bigger antlers start in the soil. Better soils, better antlers.
Totally agree.
So any way you want to phrase that. So really hope y'all stay tuned to this project. And Chris, thanks for coming out on a kind of a cold, blustery day. More important than growing deer, which is very important, is that we all take time to enjoy creation and seek the Creator. Don't just be out here, seek the Creator and apply His will to our lives. Thanks for watching Growing Deer.